Okay, I'll address the elephant in the room. Disney Villains Cafe. We're talking about Tomodachi Life, living the dream. I know it's like the 20th video you've seen on this. Or maybe it's the first, I don't know. So Nintendo finally dropped the bombshell. Tomodachi Life is coming back. Now for those of you who don't know about Tomodachi Life, it's basically a digital dollhouse, but with your friends, family, celebrities, memes, degenerates. They live their lives getting into wacky situations, sing, dance, fall in love, and basically create the most bizarre soap opera you've ever witnessed.
Never had that dream of starting a new life with friends, family, celebrities, or even a bounty hunter.
Seriously, the sheer randomness of this game is what makes it so addictive. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, but in the best possible way. And now it's getting a Switch 2 upgrade. But here's where things get interesting. 2026, right? That's a little late, isn't it? It would make more sense if Living the Dream was actually a launch title for the Switch 2. Think about it. A game this visually vibrant, a game packed with detail, it screams next-gen potential. Imagine those Mii interactions, those concert scenes in glorious HD. It could be the perfect showcase for the new hardware, but nope! It's coming out in 2026, and we don't even know if it's coming out at the start of it, or the end of it, or whatever. And let's be real, the Switch is starting to show its age. A fresh, more powerful system could breathe new life into the series, allowing for even more complex interactions, more detailed environments, and maybe even online multiplayer? Imagine visiting your friends' save files, trading items, or even having collaborative concerts. The possibilities are endless. The community is buzzing with excitement. People have already been speculating about new features, new items, new personalities. Everyone has their wish list. Personally, I'm hoping for more customization options and being able to design my room however I want. And of course, more of those weird ass mini games that they have. Tomodachi Life has always been about sharing those crazy moments. People made YouTube series, shorts, fan art. It was a cultural phenomenon. And with the Switch's sharing capabilities and the power of social media, living the dream could take that to a whole new level. I'm already picturing the TikTok trends and Twitch streams and the 72-hour Tomodachi Life Let's Plays. But of course, with a new game announcement like this comes the wild theories, because, you know, it wouldn't be a Nintendo game without some good old-fashioned speculation. One of the biggest ones I've seen is about traveling. People are saying with the Switch's online capabilities, we might even get to visit other players' islands, and even have our Miis interact with theirs. Imagine your Mii going on a world tour, meeting other players' residents, and bringing back souvenirs. That would be insane. And then there's the whole Mii customization angle. People are begging for more options, more hairstyles, more clothing, more everything. I'm guessing Nintendo will copy over the Mii making system from Miitopia because they already have such a good system. It would be a waste if they didn't use it. Some are even hoping for the ability to create custom items and furniture, and honestly, I'm right there with them. Imagine designing your Mii's apartments from scratch or creating your own unique fashion line. The creativity would be off the charts. But I'm guessing that if they do add the option to customize your clothing, it would be more like what they do in Animal Crossing with the paths or the shirts. You know, you have like a little maker, and you just dot down what pixels you want, and boom, it's your own design. And finally, let's talk about the story. Yes, Tomodachi Life has a story, although it's very basic. The story that Tomodachi Life follows is that you get onto the island by a boat, and you have to grow the island whilst adding new buildings, upgrading the apartments, and the ultimate end goal is to get married. But with the Switch 2's power, could we see a more structured, more elaborate storyline? Maybe even a branching story with multiple endings? It's a long shot, but imagine if your choices actually impacted the lives of your Miis in a massive way. That would add a whole new layer of depth to the game. But now we get to the question of if it will fail. And personally, I don't think it will. A lot of people are very excited for this game to release, so of course it won't sell badly. But if Nintendo doesn't get their cards right, it might not be as big as it was on 3DS. But if they do play their cards well, then it could become so much more. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and have a good one. Goodbye.